Hello everyone, my name is Einar and welcome back to another episode of Luxury Utopia in Oxygen Not Included. In the last episode, we mainly focused around the free power from our Plugslug farm here. This is a starvation farm, so we're not gonna do anything with these, but these Plugslugs will charge up all of these batteries for completely free and renewable power. In this episode, we're going to do two things. First of all, on the main planetoid, I want to make a start with a glass forge. Now, glass, we only have 15 kilograms here, but glass is very nice because you can make solar panels with them, and solar panels are the other option for free power, and that's even more than what you get from those plug slugs. And this produces molten glass from raw sands. Now, molten glass is really hot, outputs high temperature liquid. That's not a joke. So we need to have a way to control this. We cannot build this in our base and just let it heat up our base because it's just gonna melt stuff. It's probably just gonna melt through these tiles, right? Yeah, they melt at 900 degrees. So if we would put it on here and we drop the molten glass on this tile will basically just melt. So we have to not do that. What instead we're gonna do, we have here this area that is super cold still. Here we also have an area, but let's leave this a little bit alone. We're gonna use this area again where it's super cold, minus 60 degrees, and we're gonna use that to create a lot of glass. And we're gonna just, the thing is also we have here a heavy watt wire. Making glass also is very energy costly because we need a lot of power. Let me see exactly. Glass forge uses 1.2 kilowatts. So yeah, it's a lot of energy putting into the sand and then it becomes very hot. So what we're gonna do, first of all, and I also want to make sure that this mess stops a bit. So what we're gonna do, we can use sandstone, I guess. We're gonna make a ladder up here. I want to count every time 4 rows. So this area is not okay yet because here we have abyssalite. If we go one layer higher, we have here all these solid materials, nothing that can melt. So that's actually perfect. So this is the layer where we're gonna build our forge. And we want to build a forge on some insulated tiles because it will interact with the floor. Let's build, no, is it 4 or 5? Let me see, refinement, glass forge, we make it out of, I don't know, let's see. Do we make it out of slow heating igneous rock? Let's make it out of igneous rock. I don't think it really matters. Okay, it's 5 white. So we make it here, we add one more ceramic tile, and then we have to control the liquid that comes out of it. So we're gonna make this out of ceramic, insulate the liquid pipes to make sure that the glass in there does not solidify in the pipe because that will break the pipe. And we're gonna make a very short pipe here to here, and we're gonna drop the glass, the molten glass here. With a liquid vent, of course, it doesn't really matter what the material is. And then, of course, we need to also make a metal tile, let's say out of iron, where the glass is dropping on, and this will then cool down the glass. This is not a lot, so we get 25 kilograms for each craft, and 25 kilograms, we have so much coldness here, it doesn't really matter. And there's actually something else that makes it not that big of an issue as well, but I'll show you guys that later on. So let's dig out the rest that is necessary to get in here. We can do these two. Actually, do I want to... No, this is okay. We have a bit of room. So let's make this ladder up, like so. We can remove those two. Then we can build 2 tiles here. Out of sandstone is fine. And then I also want to build a storage bin, and that can be here. And this one I will fill with sand. Also remove these two, and then we just raise this priority to a 7. And let's make this a 7, like this. What we also need to do, as I said, we need power. So we're also going to do that as a 7. Out of iron is fine. I'm just gonna go up and over. It's not pretty, but it is effective. And then we have everything that is required here, and we can start making glass. So the other thing that I want to do is we have here a 4-high room and it keeps melting here. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in here. I want to make this row tiles. So we're going to do it like this is okay. Then this is not going to melt. This is copper. So we're going to go like so and then over. And then I'm also going to build some extra metal tiles out of copper here, which can help further cool down the liquids that we have. So we can go up. I guess we can also go in there. And if the stuff up there melts, is not that big of a deal. Okay, this is fine. We can connect this, I guess. We can also connect this one. It's not going to do anything before we connect those two. But this here can all be a 6. So that can be the second priority. So that is going to be it for the main planetoid. I will look back later to see how far they are. It should be fairly quick. We have 5 workers here, so they should build this rather quickly. So let's go to Grossini, where we want to start a second project. What I want to do here is a little bit more tricky because I want to start getting into the oil. And we have a lot of water here, but there is a way to get into this oil biome. The problem is that this is a very hostile area. It's 70 plus degrees in here, which means that Bunny will be scalding. And we need to look out with that because she can die. The other dangerous aspect of this biome is that we have these zombie spores here. We have these spore kits and they release zombie spores, and zombie spores are really dangerous. If you get infected by the zombie spores, your duplicant is pretty much dead. All their stats, I think, are reduced by 20. And if your athletics is at 0, I think it's athletics, then I don't think you can move anymore. And minus 20 is going to be fatal for Bunny. So let's just be careful with that. Yeah, let's see. Oh, she's at 14, but yeah, she'll be very, very slow. But what we can do is we can start digging down here. In the end, we're gonna need water and oxygen in this place because we need exosuits for oxygen, water for this oil reservoir, and both of them I will actually get via the supply teleporter, and the oxygen and the water will come from the main planetoid. This is a really nice thing. We can just directly hook it up. But we need to make some space here, and I think I'm gonna replace this a bit by tiles. Can also do this as a 7. Then we can also make this tiles and this as well. This is a bit of a weird area because this is 1 too high, and we cannot make this here a layer because this coal generator is in the way. So yeah, it's a little bit weird, but I guess we can do it like this, and we can dig out these here, and we can start digging out this first layer. We don't have to go that far. I want to go down about here. This is where we're gonna go down. This is 1 too high. So I'm gonna leave Bunny to it as well. I guess I can also do this. And we can make the ladders. Actually, I'm gonna make tiles here because we're going to have an oxygen checkpoint. But yeah, we don't have the refined metals yet, which are also here. We have lead, which is super powerful because we don't have to refine any metals. We're just going to use this lead to make all kinds of fancy wires and all kinds of fancy machinery. Let's leave Bunny to it. Let's make this all a 7 because I wanted to work on this first. Actually, let's make these 6. And then here we have to, again, be very careful what we do. We don't want her to get scalded. But yeah, this way we won't spill any water in there. Maybe I will spill some polluted water in here just to cool this area down. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Anyway, let's let them work a bit on these 2 projects, and I'll be back once we have made some progress. Alright, we actually have this hooked up now, so we have a lot of debris here that doesn't really matter, but now we can make glass, and it takes 100 cents to make 25 kilograms of glass. What we're going to do at first is just make 1, and that will just fall down and turn into debris. Let's actually sweep up this debris here, just in case. Let's get rid of that. And also we're making progress here on this side to get everything freed up. I don't want any spillings here anymore. It's getting a bit annoying. I'm glad that this is now finally gonna be solved. In the meantime, this pipe is also done. So we can disconnect this part here and then we can connect this here. Don't construct this. So now we have a longer line here to cool down the liquids. Let's actually have them cycle this a little bit through. We can see that the liquid now cools down a lot more than before. We want go from 36 to 13 degrees, so we lose 20 degrees. All right, now Devon is coming. Current errand, here we go. Let's make our first molten glass. And we just make one for now, and you'll see soon why. So the molten glass is coming out here. It's 1900 degrees. It's 10 kilograms and another 10 and another 5. So it's not that much. And when it drops here, it immediately solidifies and it cools down very, very quickly. And this metal tile actually doesn't heat up that much. Even though this is super hot, this metal tile is 100 kilograms of iron, which has a lot more heat capacity than this glass. And we have a lot of chill also around it. So this will drop down in temperature very, very quickly. The nice thing about this, how this game works, is if you add more debris on here, it will try to stack the debris with previous debris. And something that you might think is a bug, and it is actually it's a little bit exploity, but the debris that forms in a space where there is already debris will take on the temperature of the debris that is already there. So this debris is now at 768 degrees. If we form other debris here, it will not start at 1900 degrees, which will heat up this area very quickly. It will now start at 700 degrees. I guess Bunny has entered the oil biome. Anyway, I will wait until this lowers in temperature a bit, and then we can continue crafting more glass, because of course 25 kilograms is not enough, but I want this to cool down so we take maximum advantage of this little bit of a bug that is in the game. It is what it is. In the meantime, they can make gold. This is dropping temperature fairly quickly. Let's keep it at 60. We're making gold, which doesn't increase the temperature that much. But yeah, once this is dropped a bit more, we will get back. Grossini, yep, we are in the oil biome. That was that. So we're building now stuff here, and we have to be very careful because it's gonna get very hot very quickly. So Bunny is going to be scalding if we're not careful. What we can do, I guess, is drop this water in here. Let's just do that. We have now lead. We have 1000 kilograms of lead, and you will see that this is super useful because now we can just make an Atmos suit checkpoint. Let's make it here. We don't need that many. And then we make a dock. Oh wait, we're using copper. Atmos suit checkpoint out of lead. So we don't have to refine metal anymore because we can just use the lead. The disadvantage of lead is that the overheat temperature is minus 20%, but for most stuff, it doesn't really matter. So let's put the checkpoint here. Let's put the dock here. So we already have this in place, which means we also need to have a bit of oxygen, which, as I said, will come from the other planetoid. Let's sedimentary rock it up. We're going down here. We're going here. And I guess we're just gonna go down here, over and in here. We're not gonna oxidize the rest of the area. We're just gonna oxidize the suit. We need power, of course, in there as well. So let's go down here as well. And I think I need a ladder for this spot. And then we're just gonna make some tiles here as well. And then we have oxygen. We have this ready. All we need then is water for down here. So we can also make that pipe. Let's make it from plumbing. We make a liquid pipe. Let's make it insulated because I want to do some cooling with this water that is coming down, because everything that this oil well generates is very, very hot. But yeah, we have a lot more things now ready to go. What we also need here is actually some forge, because we need to craft exosuits. Let me see where we want to set that up. Exosuit forge. Again, we have refined metal, so we're just going to use that. I guess we can make that here just to be close, and then set up some more tiles and add the power as well. So this should already be pretty good. We have to disable this checkpoint once it's made, otherwise we cannot go anywhere anymore. And we do want to continue going down. So let's let Bunny continue building here for now. Here we go. Here comes the water. Let's see what that does with the temperature. Okay, or maybe not. I guess our day is up. All right. Let's go back to here. How is our glass? Our glass is now at 340 degrees. Anyway, we're gonna wait until this is even cooler, and then we will see that once we make more, the glass will actually be instantly cool. And we're not making the glass now, because if you have more mass, it will be slower to cool this down. The glass should be below 100 degrees very, very soon. And at that point, we're going to make more glass. So here we are below the 100 degrees. And let's make, let's say 20 more for now. I'm gonna make more than that even, but let's start with 20. Then you will see what I mean. This will not go to 1000 degrees anymore, or maybe half of that, because we have 25 kilograms at a low temperature, 25 at a high. You would say we go to half of that, but that's also not the case. We're going to just be generating very, very cold glass. In the end, we're gonna make a lot of solar panels, especially on alternative planetoids. Of course, we have a lot of power here, but solar panels are just free power. And since there's no meteors in the DLC, at least not on most planets, we can just add them freely without any penalty. So you see our batteries here also charged up to 19 kilojoules already, so they're halfway charged up, all for free by these plugs, so very, very nice. The water is also dropped down, so we're not at 70 degrees anymore, but this is now 46. It's not changing that great, but at least we're not above 70 here. And I guess we can start setting up this area a little bit. So what I want to do is we're gonna drop liquids, so oil, down. So we're gonna make mesh tiles underneath. They can be out of cobalt, that's not a problem. Then I want to have a liquid pump underneath. The oil is gonna be 90 degrees, so this is not gonna cut it. We need to have at least gold amalgam here, or even steel. Don't think steel would be necessary. We just need a bit of gold amalgam in here to set up this liquid pump, which is gonna go under here. Then we have a bit of a hydro sensor, which I think it's gonna have only a melting temperature. It doesn't have an overheat. So we're just gonna put it here, I guess. Is okay. Some automation wire out of lead. I don't know where it has to go. And then we need to have I guess we can have more of these, like so. Then we have the, or let's remove this one, because we need to also have a sensor for the natural gas. Automation, a atmo sensor. Let's make that here. And then we also need to have a gas pump. So we need, so this is 50 and the liquid pump is 400. So we need 450 kilograms of gold amalgam. Let's actually set that up. So let's say 450 kilograms of gold amalgam as a 9. And once this is filled, we can drop it, and then it will be loaded into this one. But that can be done in the background. How are we here? Oh, we have 125 kilograms now. Actually, we didn't see it, but this is still at 11 degrees. So we're generating more glass at 1934 degrees, and this is gonna drop down here. It is still 1934 degrees of liquid, but once it is solidifying, it is actually adapting to this 11.1 degrees. And you can see this does not go up, it only goes down. So we will have super, super cool glass here, and we will not have to deal with any heat issues at all. Let's see how we are doing here. We, of course, need to have the gold amalgam. And also what we want to do is around this area, I want to set up a bit of igneous rock, and we don't have that much yet. I'm gonna make, oh wait, I need to be higher than this. We can also already set up the, under utilities, the oil well, and we can also make that out of lead. The oil well has an overheat temperature, but it is 2000 degrees. And the fact that it's minus 20 is a bit funny. So we can just make this out of lead. The oil that comes out of here is 90 degrees. The natural gas, I think it's about 150 or something like that. So we're very much okay with that. So I guess, can we not make... Oh, we don't have enough igneous rock, but we have more igneous rock here, right? Yeah, we do. So we just have to dig out more of this stuff. Let's just dig like this. Okay. I guess, yeah, wait. Utilities, oil well, out of lead here. And I think that's already 4 high. Actually, making those is a bit silly because this is abyssalite. There's no better insulator than that. Well, there is, but there's not really a reason to dig that up. All right, on this planetoid, we also have to supply the oxygen, so that's what we're gonna do next. Let's say we're going to... Sandstone is okay. Just build this line here, and we can deconstruct this one. And then for the water, we can also tap into this here. This water is a decent temperature, so we can also use it for cooling. But we're just gonna move this over as well. And wait, this is igneous rock? No, it's granite. That's okay. Let's just go in here, and then we also deconstruct this one. So that will already supply oxygen and water to Bunny. We have our gold amalgam in here, so let's drop that. And then we also need to get some reed fiber over, which is under industrial ingredients. So let's see, let's send over, I don't even know, 20 maybe, like so. I guess that's gonna bring 20 reed fiber over. I don't even know. We'll see. The gold amalgam is coming over, so we can go here, and we should have gold amalgam now. So let's set up plumbing, a liquid pump. We don't... Oh, we have 240. It's still dropping in, but we can set up our gas pump out of gold amalgam. I'm gonna make that here. And this is going to get the... I guess I could also have made it a little bit higher. It's okay. Yeah, I could actually. Yeah, let's do it differently. We're gonna make the gas pump actually here against the abyssalite, and then we can have the Atmos sensor below it. Automation, Atmos sensor out of lead is fine. Automation wire out of lead, like so. And then we also add a liquid pump under here out of gold amalgam as well, which should be enough. And we have automation wire. Oh wait, this thing, this hydro sensor needs... no, it was actually at the right spot. Hydro sensor out of lead here. Automation wire, connect to here. And then we can continue this igneous rock line. That's gonna be our buffer. And then we just need to have a liquid lock, which I can just make like so, I guess. I just need to look out that this polluted water doesn't ruin everything. Wait, oh, we cannot get in here anymore because this is now here. That's why it went like that. We want to have our mopping. Let's do it as an 8. I want to mop up this polluted water here. Let's be very careful. Yeah, so we have a little bit of crude oil, which should create a liquid lock here directly. So let's get in here. Do this here first. Actually, priority. Let's be careful what we do. No, we have to do that one. 8 here. And then this one also I want to have as an 8. Otherwise the crude oil will move too much. Wait. I want this one to be done first, actually. Otherwise the crude oil drops down here. I want it to sit on top of this. That should already be sufficient. Bunny is back to sleep. Let's go back here. So we are accepting oxygen in here, and we have the water also connected. The oxygen is going through actually, and it's then going into this Atmosuit dock, which will have oxygen in here. So that's good. The oxygen should back up soon. Wait, do we already have the reed fiber in here? And yeah, if so, we have 20 in here, so that's perfect. Let's drop it. Yeah, we have the reed fiber here. So once this is built, we can make an Atmosuit, and then we can make use of this dock. Then we also don't have to watch out for heat anymore, at least a lot less. In the meantime, we have 375 kilograms of freezing glass, and we're just gonna make more. We have 390 kilograms. Each solar panel takes 200 kilograms, so this is not even enough for two. We're gonna make a lot more of this. So 8 crafts is 1 solar panel. Let's just make 80 and set this to a slightly lower priority. We don't have to be overdoing it there. And let's make a bit more ceramic because we never can have enough. Same for steel, can never have enough of that stuff. The oxygen to the second planetoid is already backed up here, so we're not excessively pumping stuff over. So this is fine as it is. All right, we now have an exosuit here. Let's make an exosuit, an atmosuit. I guess we cannot. The worn only costs 1 reed fiber, so we're gonna set that to forever. But I guess we're gonna need a bit of extra material. I guess we can send over some copper. Let's send over some copper. Now we should be able to make a atmosuit. Let's make 1. There we go. We make our first exosuits. It's very shiny. There we go. Exosuit built. Let's deliver it. Sweep. And then we can enable this one. And now that we have an Atmosuit dock here, we can, without much risk, still have the risk of the zombie spores, but we have a lot less risk now from other stuff. We can just start building here. Let's go over here, and then we can remove these again. Those were just for checking the space. So how is Bunny doing? She has 13 out of 9. I guess I could get her into suit sustainability training, so the damage is not that high, and this would still leave her below the morale need, so let's actually do that. This one would be a bit too much, even though she does have the sunny disposition trait, which means that she can take a lot of stress without actually getting stressed. So if you look here, yeah, change per cycle is minus 20, minus 40 actually at the moment because the morale is high. I think she could actually take a little bit more even. And as we can see here, we also have a lot of diamond here, which is also very, very nice material to do stuff with. Bunny earned another skill points. All right, we're not gonna use it just yet. Or are we? Exosuit penalty reduction. I think it might be worth it. Let's actually just see what happens with a sunny disposition. I am guessing her low morale, there you go. But because of sunny disposition, it doesn't matter, and she's still perfectly fine. Anyway, I think I'm gonna finish this setup next time. We are very close, but we need to also clean it up a little bit. It's not gonna be ready like that, so we're gonna leave it here. A lot of good progress in this video. We got our glass setup, which makes glass at minus 31 degrees, believe it or not, from 1900 degrees. And we have made a very, very good progress for Bunny. She's now in Atmosuits. She's even got all of the Atmosuit perks, features, skills, whatever you want to call them. So that is really, really nice. Alright, that was it for the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and see you in the next video.